Hey everybody, welcome to the Afterworld Studios podcast, episode 4. Today we have the mighty Ramtha.
Hi,
Yeah.
Chris.
What's
up, Chris?
Hi.
Thanks for having
What's
us.
going on, brother?
What's up?
Good.
You know. So, we've had you guys in the studio here the past 3 months now or so. How's your experience been so far?
Snazzy.
Debatable. It's been great. It's been great. He's great.
Nice smooth process.
Super smooth.
Great.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been
Like
great.
a baby's bottom.
He built
That's
me
fair.
a fort.
That's fair. That's
Chris
fair.
is very professional.
He built me a
professional,
fort.
yeah.
Cast the gentleman. Now, you guys just released a single, right?
Yes.
Correct.
What's the name of that single?
Maniac and me.
Maniac and Me.
Maniac and Me.
All right.
It's been out for about 2 weeks now.
It's been out for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Where can they find that?
Everywhere. YouTube, Spotify, iTunes.
All streaming platforms.
Bandcamp.
So tell us a little bit about the single that you guys put out. Why did you pick this song? Why not something else?
Probably just because it's really aggressive and fun.
High energy.
Good solo.
High energy.
People
yeah.
like it.
Melodic.
It's fun.
Yeah,
Has
it
everything.
embodies
High
what we're
BPM.
going for.
That's a good point, Coop. I think it actually does embody a lot of what you guys are going for. It is heavy, it's thrashy, has the solos. No bass drops, but that's all right. We can work on that part.
Fuck
Yeah, I'm still
bass
working on
drops.
them with that.
Fuck bass drops. Make no difference.
When is a bass drop?
Exactly.
Oh, no.
You too.
No, we don't do that here.
Exactly. You don't notice them because they're not important.
So we're closing out the new year. It's now December. Are you guys happy with the year that you've had?
Yeah, we're making a lot of
Yes.
progress.
It's been a pretty
Yeah.
crazy
It's
year,
not
actually.
progress.
Yeah, it's been an
Progress.
awesome year.
Progress. What have you accomplished this year that you're most proud of?
Probably the EP.
Yeah?
Honestly.
I mean, we've recorded twice this year. That's a pretty
Recorded
big
twice.
accomplishment. The Worm Show was really good for us.
Yeah, that was awesome.
We played with a lot of great bands. Made a lot of friends too. So
Nice.
Yeah.
those are all good accomplishments.
Shout out to Miami Vice.
And the Moshketeers.
Yeah, the
Shout out
The
to
Moshketeers.
them.
Musketeers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic.
And of course meeting
Also
you, Chris.
Oh, meeting me.
And
Meeting
Mike.
you
Yeah,
actually is my
Mike
number one
comes to every
accomplishment.
show.
Mike from Sendall's the man.
Yes.
Something that I've noticed about this particular area, Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, there's actually a very healthy scene here.
Yes.
For sure, yeah.
Do you guys feel the love? Do you guys feel the support?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, we try to play with a pretty big mix of styles, punk, hardcore, metal, and there's typically a pretty good crowd reaction. So
Nice.
yeah,
What are some of your favorite places to play?
Orpheum.
That's a good question.
Orpheum?
Orpheum's
Yeah, I love
awesome.
playing at the Orpheum.
Really good
Yeah.
sound.
Yeah,
I like
sound
the
guys.
Brass Mug. I think the Brass Mug has great sound, and I've always been able to hear everything.
We missed Born Free in Dean.
Oh yeah.
Rip to the go.
Yeah, shout
Have
out
you
to
have you
Dean.
guys heard about that? Anything new on the horizon for Born
I
Free?
haven't. I know that they're trying to save up for a new place.
Just
and I've-
benefit
Yeah, the
shows.
go
That's all I
the
know.
GoFundMe is still up.
Yeah, but the Born Free benefit's still up.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
the
Born Free
GoFundMe.
benefit is still up, and I believe they have a new benefit show coming up at the Orpheum sometime soon.
June 20 or January
January.
20th.
January 20th?
Yes.
Keep an eye out, guys.
Yeah.
Support local
Yeah,
music.
shout out to Dean.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's the man.
And I think the GoFundMe's still somewhere. So if you find it, donate if you can.
Absolutely.
Sure.
When you guys come into a live situation, everybody wants to bring it. Everybody wants to make an impression. Is that different for you? Do you come into it with a different kind of energy? Do you have something to prove? Personally?
I don't know. I wouldn't say we have something to prove. Just more.
Well,
I think we want to get people riled up because when it's a new band and people don't really know them, they just kind of stand around, and we just want people to go fucking nuts. So we try to berate them a little bit.
True.
Just
Antagonize
talk shit to them
Antagonize, talk a
until they
little
start
shit.
moving.
My
yeah.
favorite part's calling them cunts and cucks and posers. That's my favorite part.
She's good at that.
yeah, we try to make every show memorable.
And my favorite thing that Alex does is tell them to eat your shit and their shit.
Yes.
It's great.
Well, the whole band's
Yeah,
shit
both.
collectively.
Oh, okay.
No one's
That'd be
taking us up on
preferred,
that
yeah.
yet.
That is very antagonistic.
Yeah.
That would be preferred. But
Yeah, it's just fun.
yeah, I think at
Yeah.
the core of it, I mean, on the exterior of it, we kind of come off as being kind of goofy, but at the core of it, I think we are trying to prove ourselves.
We're just trying to be ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're trying to show people, prove our musical integrity.
Yeah, definitely.
We're worthy.
Is
got rid of
it more important to bring a live show as hard as you can, or is it more important to play as accurately as possible?
I think
Why not both?
Can there be both?
Yeah, I mean,
Can you do both?
At the end of the day, we are entertainers.
We put
Yes.
maximal
I mean,
effort
right,
in both,
you
though.
know.
We
Maximum
practice
effort.
so
we really
much.
try to
and-
bring the full package.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Really big package coming from this band.
Big package.
Yeah.
Always.
I've checked. It's
Delivered
true.
That's
right
fair.
to you.
A lot of packages. They're all pretty big. Besides one, I'm not gonna name names.
EPS. Yep.
So, your time in the studio, you guys all have different types of backgrounds, different experience. Has there been anything in this particular studio experience that has been a learning lesson for you? Something that maybe you didn't know about yourself before going in?
That I can record without a fort.
Yeah, and I needed.
Can you describe what do you mean by a fort? What do you mean a fort?
Chris built me a fort. I don't really remember. It was like made out of paintings and like.
There's a painting over there.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like a little vocal
Because
booth.
I was a little, nervous, but this time I was like, nah, you know what? Fuck the fort. I can do this.
She's a big girl now.
Yeah. Put in those big girl granny panties on.
Yeah.
I didn't really find out anything new.
Because you're just so accomplished.
Because he's so perfect.
just because I've.
He's so perfect.
Well,
I've recorded several times. So
No,
it's
of course.
it's the same
Well,
game.
I
Pretty
had
much.
no idea that an audio engineer could be so handsome, and I was very, very like, taken back by that on the
Oh.
first day. So
Oh, nice.
you learn
What's his
something
name?
new every time. Goes to a different school. No.
So, Cass, arguably, you have one of the harder jobs in the studio where you have to record a lot of technical solos.
Yeah.
That being said, what's your approach when going into a solo? Is it simply about hitting notes and sounding cool, or what's your objective?
Well, yeah, that, but it's also about just the phrasing, and coming up with a memorable melody line.
What makes it memorable?
Just something that somebody can hum. If they can hum it, then it's something that sticks with them.
That's a good point.
And I think that's missing from a lot of, I hate to say it, but from like modern like metal lead players, I guess.
Sure.
A lot of them just know how to play scales at 200 BPMs, but there's no peaks and valleys.
I gotcha.
Like I'm really trying to convey a story or some kind of emotion through the melodies.
Alex, is there a story to riffs?
Yes. Chaos. Invoke chaos through your riffs specifically is like how crazy the riffs can get, especially from like the old school bands. So just trying to evoke that, basically bring the lead approach to a guitar riff.
Understood.
So a little complicated, but still memorable.
No, I agree. Honestly, my
Keep
approach
your
to solos
damn
is the
money.
same. It really is. Because, like, here's the thing that I look for in musicians, regardless of whatever instrument you're using. Is like, is this person able to speak through their instrument?
Yeah.
You can tell a difference. You really can tell a difference. Whether it's literally vocals or even a bass guitar or even drums. You can break the cookie cutter mold and truly express yourself.
But I think whenever you get to that point, that's kind of like where you get the goosebumps. You ever listen to like a really good song or like during a certain part, it just happens. It's it's
The Scream and Overkill 2 off of Taking Over.
there you go.
That's a good
Right.
one.
Yeah, I mean,
Absolutely.
it's moments like that we try to really convey through our music. I mean, me personally, that's how I feel.
I like that. Name one song that's done that for you in the past.
From like another artist.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
The Crimson Idol.
Who?
I think that's what it's called, Off of Crimson Idol by Wasp. Blackie Lawless is
Oh.
just really, he sounds like he's like crying when he's doing vocals, but he's like so like powerfully emotional when he's
Passionate,
doing
yeah.
and passionate that I was like, man,
No, I
I
get
will
it.
say, yeah, a lot of like the hair metal, like I don't know, some of like those singers, man, they just really, you could tell like they really put everything into it.
Yes.
And then like the lyrics behind it and the power, it just.
For me, it's always instruments that does that.
Yeah.
Unbearable by Ghost
Oh no,
Dog.
the same goes
With the
yeah.
piano, with the
Right.
guitars, and so good.
Black Breath's vocalist is pretty amazing too. That guy is insane. I mean, they're not a band anymore, but his vocals live were just as good as on album. He could hold like a scream for like 30 seconds. It was pretty crazy.
All right.
Spiritual.
All right. This is an open-ended question, by the way. Coop, everybody else, whatever your name is.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Omar.
like,
It's over.
Omar.
well, it
Omar.
depends.
No,
Depends on
seriously,
the day.
seriously, no.
Yeah.
whoever wants to answer, please. Like, what was a song that impacted you emotionally and like really made the hair stand on the back of your neck or arms, if you have them?
There's so many. I mean,
Hall & Oates,
Very
Make My Dreams
insensitive
Come
to people who
True.
don't have arms.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm kind of offended
That's
for my
fucked
buddy.
Yeah, we're like
That's
Lost
super
his arms in
offended.
the war.
I mean, that Autopsy song, In the Grip of Winter, when he does that scream in the middle, the drummer.
Which band?
Autopsy, the drummer does the vocals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and in the middle of that song,
Chris Ryford.
there's like this build up, and then he just lets out this like blood curdling scream. Just makes your hair stand up.
I don't mean to chime in here, but I like, as far as like metal goes, I probably would say like Opeth, The More, off the Still Life album. That really, it's a
Yeah.
masterpiece. I mean, it's just from start to finish. I mean, even the album in general. I mean, there's certain songs where he just sounds like he's being possessed. Like, it's just, he hits that, I don't know, X factor.
The X Factor.
But then they have the melody on top of it. They just have
Sure.
everything.
Tyler?
Yeah.
Blank Space by Taylor Swift. Just the beat just really did that for me. Give me that goosebumps. You know, that backbeat going back and forth. You know,
He's
I
a
Saw
pop
the
boy.
Sign, Ace of Base.
Skibbity toilet.
Skibbity toilet theme. Oh my god.
Beautiful.
Yeah. No, in
Makes
reality,
me piss shit every time.
I experienced that feeling a lot, but I just can't think of a specific example on the spot.
All right. How about a band? A band that's really impacted you and influenced you musically.
Okay. So I feel like all my answers will be very cringe because because I'm not very refined in metal and everything. I started out by listening to metalcore, but when I was listening to drummers that really do like cool shit, that was like, I want to do this, was like Matt Griner and August Burns Red, like really speaking with his drums and using accent symbols in a way that, and pings that really influenced a lot of what I do here, whether you guys want to hear it or not. But I really, really love that. Like, I would literally get goosebumps from like the way he would like play certain parts, as weird as it sounds.
No.
But it
I
just
completely
really-
agree.
He just does such a great job with that, and like middle school me was just like, this is really the shit. So
Good answer, man. Question for everybody. How important is the bass guitar?
Super
Very.
important.
Incredibly
Yeah.
important.
Very
It's like the
important.
backbone of the rhythm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, we're pretty. We try to make it a thing to like turn Coop up
we're bass
and give him
rights
bass
activists,
parts.
actually.
Yeah, we're bass rights activists. Yes.
So
For the
I
most person,
I
lucky
shouldn't
for-
turn
lucky
down the
for me.
bass.
You can
Yeah.
always turn the bass up more.
try to.
Yeah,
Lucky for
always.
me.
That's definitely missing a lot of modern metal and a lot of recordings in general over the
Yep.
past 4 decades. They just kind of drown out the bass for some reason. I never understood that.
I mean, a lot of bands don't even have bass players nowadays.
So 2024 is upon us. Any big plans? Any projections?
World
Yeah.
domination.
World domination.
Yeah.
New E EP.
Yeah, new EP
Yeah.
towards the end of January, beginning of February.
How many songs?
Just 5.
5.
Nice.
Through Eyes of Death.
Yes.
We got a big EP release show planned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of
Tell,
cool
tell us
bands.
a little bit about that.
It's a house
Take it
show.
away.
At Lighthouse.
Yeah, it's a place called the Lighthouse. We
St.
played
Pete.
there a few months ago and had a blast. BYOB, DM for address type of deal.
Nice.
Always
DIY.
good shows.
Yeah, we just
Always
want
the
we just want
best.
people to get in trouble with us.
Yeah, DIY.
Who's playing the show?
Pariah, they're from Orlando. We played with
They're
them.
awesome.
Yeah, they're
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 sick.
awesome. 3-piece. We played with them at the No Moss show, and then High Pressure, also from Orlando. We've been trying to play with them for several months now, so really excited about them. And then our friends in Sendall, goofy as we are, and Human Error, probably one of my favorite punk bands in the area. They bring it like crazy, and they also practice at our practice spot too. So this will be our first time playing with them, so we're excited about that.
Nice. Oh, man.
I like that.
We're also talking about maybe going to Columbia.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. We're
Trying to plan out the work.
yeah,
for
we're
that.
trying to right now. We're
See.
planning out going to Columbia at the end of June, beginning of July. We're friends with a band out there, Undead Killer, and we got in contact with a band called Witch Trap. They're a little bigger out there, and so yeah, we're trying to figure out the logistics, but
Yes.
it'll be cool. Also, throwing a big street show at the beginning of March. Hasn't been announced yet, but there's going to be a lot of cool bands on that. So
Yeah, it's
Nice.
gonna
Yeah,
be
stay
very
tuned.
cool.
keep your eyes peeled.
All right, guys. So you guys have a very interesting sound, which is one of the reasons that actually I wanted to work with you guys specifically. You're not fully one genre or the other. Can you kind of dive in a little bit into that? What are the influences that make that up?
Well, I guess I'll start this one off, but I think really it's kind of like a melting pot of different genres. I mean, we're all obviously into something different, and then whatever influences we have, we kind of bring it to the table when it comes to songwriting, and I think that's what kind of makes the songs much more unique.
What do you bring?
What do I bring?
The hair.
Melodic.
Yeah, hair and
Melodic
melody.
music, yeah.
Hair and melody?
Hair and melody, yeah. And I guess Alex, he brings more of the grind and the thrash, and
See.
maybe Coop, he probably brings the same thing, I guess.
Yeah, more of the
Or
death metal.
More
yeah.
death,
Yeah.
yeah. And then
And it's too.
I like my death metal vocals.
Death metal.
For sure.
Tyler, I
The
guess.
new punky drumming, you know.
Punky,
And black metal.
hardcore.
I love
Yeah.
black.
Yeah, I bring.
Black metal, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
anytime I've been in bands, we try really hard to just not pigeonhole ourselves in one style.
Yeah.
Because usually how it works in music is people get really into a band and then either, I don't know what it is, maybe they make too much money or they
They get
Or-
married and they.
or they
They
get
get married
married,
and have kids.
Yeah.
older, or
Goes
you know
down,
they
you're right.
you know they think maybe they've played
No,
every
agree.
riff that they can, and then they change genres or lighten up a little bit, and everybody freaks
Get
out
a
about it.
haircut.
Get a haircut, and so we figure if we do everything that we like, with a few exceptions, we'll never like kind of push ourselves into a corner, and then people will always be expecting us to put out weird stuff. So we can kind of branch out and be a little bit more
Yeah,
experimental.
it really does give us like a lot more freedom, I
Yeah.
think, to
Yeah.
work with, as far as like songwriting goes.
What's your songwriting process? Do you guys still kind of go old school and jam together? Do you guys write
Yeah.
separately, then bring it in?
It's a mix.
A little bit of
it's-
both,
It's
yeah.
definitely a mix, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes a couple of us will get together and we'll come up with riffs, or somebody will bring something in, and then we'll just kind of shape it at practice.
Yeah, build off that.
I know a lot of people, they do it all at home now. Like they'll make all the drum parts and just everything, and then bring it to a band. But I feel like it's a little bit more personal if everybody puts in their whole 2 cents and
Yeah.
everything, and I think that's why
I think so too.
things are working out pretty well.
There is this kind of, I'll use Cass's term, X factor, of like that magical little thing that happens when everybody's together, and you can really just tell where the gel is, where is like the synapses that connect and make something truly unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just chemistry.
Yeah, and then also on top of that too, it gives us the opportunity to change parts, because not everything is as good as it could be. That's kind of how we try to look at it sometimes, and
Yeah.
we try to make this is exactly the part, especially with drums. Give Tyler a run for his money sometimes, I think, but he ends
Yeah.
up nailing it every time. So.
Yeah, for sure.
It is really fun doing it with you guys because, again, we have different backgrounds in what we listen to, but we give each other the space and we come up with things that one of us could have not thought of. Like, we come up with some very interesting stuff as a result, for sure. It's
And
fun hashing out with
yeah,
you
and
guys.
I feel like we're all pushing each other too as well. which
Oh,
is great,
definitely.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, recording that first single with you guys was a challenge.
Quite the feat.
Yeah.
An experience.
No, it was, but I mean, like it's the challenge that makes me grow personally as an engineer, because there's so much going on, there's so much energy, and everything is constantly fighting for space.
Right.
And I think we all kind of nailed it.
Yeah,
Personally, I think we did. And
Yeah.
we're only going to get better from this point forward. You guys are going to get better from this point forward.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're always working on it.
Yeah. I got to say though, I was really impressed by Tyler coming in. I mean, you were very unassuming, quiet, gentleman, and then you get behind the kit and you're this animal.
Well, he's actually a
appreciate it.
serial killer.
Well,
Yeah.
we're keeping it under wraps still. We haven't revealed it.
He's
quite
actually
yet.
was homeless. We we
That
found him on
makes
the
sense.
His
street.
name was Omar.
He was just banging on trash cans before, but now.
Yeah, I'm glad these
Oscar
guys
the
gave me,
Grouch.
these guys actually gave me like a real drum kit and everything, and it's really cool to be out there, doing it.
That's good. That's good. Happy for you, buddy.
Kind of-
No, Tyler, seriously, you've done a fantastic job in the studio, man. And
Appreciate it, man.
just keep going. And I know what you're 25.
Yeah.
For being 25, your skill level is fantastic. Don't ever stop.
Appreciate it.
Keep going, man.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Well, now we got to
Sure.
kick him out.
Yeah. On that note, I'm actually leaving for good. I thought this would be a good time to announce that.
Good. What is one piece of advice you would give to any band, either your peer or coming up? What's something that can help them progress forward in the scene?
Just go one by one.
Practice a lot.
Stop giving a fuck about what people think.
Yeah, those are two really good ones, actually. Practice significantly. I mean, we practice twice a week. We should probably be practicing like 3 times a week.
Yeah.
but-
I mean, we're also supposed to be practicing on our own too. But yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
practice, but also enjoy it. I mean, it's obviously a passion.
Mhm.
So if it comes down to just being practice, then why are you even doing it?
Yeah, talk to everybody also.
Yeah.
The metal and hardcore scene, everybody seems kind of, not everybody, but a lot of people seem kind of like, lone wolves, or like
A little closed off.
little closed off,
Yeah.
not too talkative. But
a lot of them play with the same bands as well.
maybe.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know, but yeah, I mean, in terms of advice for progressing, I mean, if you wanted to do that professionally, I highly recommend just
Networking.
networking and talking
Yeah.
to everybody. But like just actually trying to make friends, not try to get something out of people.
That's a good one.
And always remember, like, there's always going to be somebody out there that's better than you. I mean, no matter what, no matter how much you try to perfect your craft, I mean, there's always going to be somebody out there that does it better, but
Sure.
that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't give it your all.
I agree.
So,
And just do you.
just
Like
do
no
you.
one can
Yeah,
do you
I
better
mean,
than you.
yeah.
True. And that kind of goes back to our last point that we made. It's just like find your voice, your expression.
Whatever.
You know what's interesting about being in a band?
What, Chris?
What
Please
is it?
tell us. We really want to know.
The skill sets you have to acquire in order to actually make it.
Yes.
For sure, yeah.
Marketing, promoting, networking.
It's a company.
It's a company. It
It
is a
is.
business.
It really is.
Yeah, I mean, luckily for us, I spent a lot of time in Philadelphia promoting and booking shows, so I have a little bit of a background in that, so it's not as complicated
Yeah,
for
Alex
us.
is the man when
Mhm.
it comes to that.
So it hasn't been too bad. I mean, Florida also makes it kind of easy. A lot of people just want to play shows, a lot of bands, so
Oh, yeah, there's
The
always
people down
shows.
here are very supportive. I mean, they've
yeah,
been nothing but
everybody's been super cool
generous
out
to
here.
us,
So you guys have an EP coming out next year. Can you tell us a little more about your approach? Is there a theme? What are you trying to approach on this one?
I wouldn't really say there's a theme.
Yeah, there isn't much of a theme on this one. The first one had a bit more of a theme, just because it wasn't as much of a collaborative effort. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. Shaky lineups before this whole thing happened, but this one is more just the newest batch of songs. But we have thrown around kind of going for a potential theme for a full length after this. I mean, we're already starting
Yeah, because
to write a
all
songs
of
for
our
that.
lyrics are pretty much just like stories. So
Yeah,
yeah,
the lyrical process is pretty fun in this
Yeah.
band. So
I have a lot of fun with it.
I have noticed the lyrical process.
Yeah.
Could you repeat some of the lyrics for us?
Which ones? Should you want to hear?
I don't want to
Good prize,
get kicked off of YouTube. So
something from Grave Swarm, maybe.
Yeah.
It's something about being engorged.
Ew.
Well, actually, that's a really good question for me to ask you guys. Ramtha, what does that mean?
You want to take that,
Oh.
Coop?
Take it away.
Paul Coop.
So I used to live in Washington State, near like Olympia, and there was a compound out there for this cult called Ramtha School of Enlightenment. And it's this cult that thinks that this Godzilla-like creature named Ramtha is going to come out of Mount Rainier, which is a big mountain out in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to return to the sea and save all of these people, blah, blah, blah. There's celebrities involved with it. It's actually a
God.
pretty big deal. But we just thought Ramtha was kind of a...
Cool name.
We were trying to look for something that was one word, and it's pretty much impossible, so...
Yes.
Yeah.
At this
Every
point.
word is a band
Yeah.
nowadays.
Go
Hard to
through
find.
metal archives.
So then
and
Ramtha was born.
Ramtha was born from a cult.
It was conceived.
Yes.
All right.
Cult.
we were
Hopefully
conceived.
we don't get sued.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
or murdered.
Joe Rogan.
potentially
Or
by the
murdered,
cult.
yeah.
The
Like,
nurse out
like
there.
That's
Scientology
funny.
type
All
shit.
right, that works. That works. Just guys.
But yeah, in terms of lyrics, so we usually we kind of discuss like a topic or like a story we want to go with, and we just kind of write based off of that.
Gotcha.
Sometimes we'll go with, the name will be first, or sometimes the idea will be first, or sometimes it's just a clean slate.
I understood.
Yeah, it kind of makes writing lyrics a lot easier if there's like a theme in mind instead of just writing.
That's always something that's kind of irked me. Lyrically, it's like what to draw from. Eventually, get tired of, or actually run out of things to say. So, like, where do you draw a lot of your influences from? Like other people's stories, your own stories?
I've written a lot ever since I was like 8. I've been writing like novels and stuff and
Nice.
poetry and all of that. So I've gotten my practice in for that, and I love like fantasy shit, and So for me, like when I joined Ramtha and I saw like the lyrical theme, I was like, yes, this is perfect. So like for me, I just kind of map out a story in my head and then just kind of use like a thesaurus to kind of like pick out different words, so you're not
Sure.
using like the same word over and over again.
Right.
And I don't know, that seems to do enough for me that I finished the whole song. So
Nice.
She can write these so fast too. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, she does write pretty
with
quick.
how good her
Yeah.
lyrics are. The speed in which she can write is insane to me.
years of practice.
Yeah,
No,
good.
it shows.
Yeah, for my writing approach, because we share the lyric writing duties. I try to let her do more of it lately, though. Is I usually, I don't know, I'm more like sci-fi horror based stuff, but one of the only song I actually wrote lyrics to for this one is more of like a kind of tongue in cheek but blunt at the same time. Stuff revolving around like lust and like love, but in a really kind of messed up way. So very pig destroyery.
I also love using medical terms because I love science and I'm a vet.
We like carcass.
I use what I learned in
Carcass.
school.
Yeah.
Carcass.
Carcass.
Big Carcass
Carcass.
fans.
Big carcass fans.
Yeah.
Carcass is great, isn't it?
In it.
Oh, totally.
Totally in it.
Totally, man.
It's on Tuesday, isn't it?
A Tuesday.
A Tuesday.
From Liverpool.
You guys are such geezers.
Music. You're dedicating your life to this in this particular chapter of your life. Why? Why not do something else? Why music?
Work sucks.
Hell
I
yeah.
hate capitalism.
Who wants to start with this one? I'll start. Okay. Whatever. I've done music several times and had large gaps in between those times doing them. And this time is just like, it's different.
Yeah.
It's just what I love to do, man. Like, I don't know. I love writing music. That's my favorite thing. And if it makes me move, I'm like super into it. So, it's also traveling. We want to travel more.
Yeah.
And I think that's a cool way to do it, with your friends. So that's my reason, at least.
Nice.
Oop. Would you like to answer?
You guys waiting on me?
Yeah.
Should we pass around the thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
just always loved music. Like, I went to shows for like ever since I was a teenager. I didn't even start playing in a band till this one, essentially. I mean, I just finally got to the point where I was like, I'm tired of being a bedroom guitarist. Like, I'd rather be on the stage playing at these shows instead of just going and watching.
Sure.
And we're doing it.
You're doing it
Yeah.
in a big way. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Oh yeah.
That's right, brother.
Nice.
It's very fulfilling.
Hell yeah.
It is fulfilling.
Yeah.
Anna.
Yeah, well, I mean, music has always been a big part of my life. My mom loved music, and the first stage I was ever on was actually the Strass Center in Tampa when I did dance for like 2 seconds, but I hated it. But so it's always been kind of like a part of my life, but it was always like something lacking from it. Like I did musical theater and I did like choir and all of that, but like not like it changed when I found metal and I was like, no, this is like really what's fulfilling. And I've just always loved to perform and write, and singing is fun, screaming is fun, playing with people is fun, being on stage is fun. So it's something I've always been passionate about, and I know that I'll never lose that passion. Like it's always been there for me.
Understood.
Yeah, I feel like the three of these guys kind of hit the nail on the head. But I will also add that satisfaction you get out of creating. It really feels good to hear something back that you created, and especially when it sounds really good. it really, it's like self-empowerment. You feel empowered
Yes.
in a very positive way. It's positive reinforcement.
All right, Tyler, my friend, what's going on?
So, I mean, since I was like a kid, I knew I was very passionate about music, and I knew I felt an emotional connection when listening to music. And then, I guess the philosophy of staying in it, no matter how old I am, is just you get one life. So it would be kind of dumb to not fill it with the thing that you're like most passionate about, because it would just be dumb not to do that. And it doesn't really matter how old you get. If you like it, you like it, and that's something you should care about.
All right, guys, 2024 is upon us. If you were to give a message to your future self, what would it be? You got one message right now for 2024.
Don't play music.
Give up, nerd.
Give up your dream. It's never gonna happen.
Get a desk job, dude.
Poser.
Party hard and spin kick somebody in the face.
Not in the pit though.
Yeah, not in the pit though.
There's no karate in the
Oh yeah,
No
by the
karate in
way,
the pit.
actually,
No karate in the
real
pit.
quick, I know everybody's supposed to be answering. If somebody does a backflip in the pit at one of our shows, we'll give you a free T-shirt.
Period.
And I'll buy you a beer.
patch and a-
Yeah, and we'll buy you a beer.
Do they have to land it?
As long as
No, they don't have to.
They can face plant. It doesn't
yeah,
matter.
it doesn't matter.
Even
Just
better,
if you
yeah.
attempt it,
We'll send them to the ER
Yeah.
with the shirt.
We're
yeah,
not
with a
gonna
shirt.
fix your
I'll wait
teeth for you though.
We'll pay for the ambulance fee.
No,
you are.
We will. Cass will personally pay for that.
I'll make payments.
I'll write up a check.
Your musical career, what does success look like to you? How do you know if you made it or not?
Stretch limbo.
I don't think we're ever
3
getting one of
kids
those.
watching in front
Going
of
to
us.
Europe.
When we
Yeah,
grew up
that'd
there.
be pretty great.
Yeah,
Yes.
playing
in like
festivals,
Germany or
Europe,
something would be
Europe,
amazing.
yeah.
In Europe.
Or Japan.
Yeah,
Festivals.
Europe was my answer. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we're not trying to open
Sell out.
for Lamb of God or anything
I mean-
like that.
Hopefully,
I mean, it'd
play
be
the
neat,
Budokan
but-
in Japan.
Yeah, the BootyCon.
BootyCon in Japan.
BootyCon.
Co-headlining tour with Metallica or something.
Ambitious.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, doesn't Metallica's son like us?
He does
Yes,
follow us
he
on
does.
Instagram.
He does.
Oh,
yeah.
Shout out.
He does follow us.
Chris?
Yeah, he's in a band called Bastardane.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I think just being able to do exactly what we want to do, and being able to afford to produce an album, travel out of the country and play shows. I think
And make a living.
Yeah,
and make it
ultimately make a living.
Yeah.
at least $5 a year is acceptable.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
$5 a year.
Soup cans,
Yeah,
Just
I
live
mean,
off of those.
realistically,
Donating
we're never
blood.
going to be able to
Tofu.
quit our day jobs, so
Yeah, it's 2023.
not metal, you
Yeah.
know.
I hear you.
Yeah, we're pretty realistic.
So-
about that.
Tours and hopefully get a good discography under our belts.
Yeah.
And the legacy.
Yeah.
Back on.
That's fair enough.
Like our heroes that only made 3 albums in 1988.
Like, I want to be
So
able to
sad.
go on Wikipedia
Still love those
and look up
albums.
Ramtha, and we have 10 albums in our discography.
Yeah, and then
Something,
metalheads
And then
can
the
complain about it
obituary
in
And then the
10
Cass.
next
years.
members, past members.
Yeah, hopefully
Cass
we,
passed away.
I want as many past members as possible.
Yeah, we kicked out a lot of people before this lineup.
Yeah, we can put all of their
We
names.
can put
in
all their
past.
names on there.
That's fair. All right.
We love you, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris is so
We love you,
nice
Chris.
to us. He gives us treats.
So, guys, thank you so much for coming in and sharing your stories
Thank
and
you,
your
Chris.
perspectives. Guys, new EP coming out February 2nd from Ramtha.
Through Eyes
Keep
of
on a
Death.
lookout. New single out all streaming platforms. What is it called?
Maniac and Me. Woo.
Yes.
Fantastic, guys. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.
Cheers.
Thanks,
Thank
Chris.
you.
You guys are real cool. We like
Party
you.
All of you.
on.
Party on, Wayne.